Alright, boys. It's go time. We got some outrageous car payments here. No, this is going to be good. This is going to be fun. Just get ready for this, because if you guys are in this situation, holy I can't cuss right now. I got to wait 30 seconds.
It's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. 13, 14, 1,200 on cars? On one vehicle. The car payment. That is the thing. That is the gap that keeps the middle class from becoming and building wealth.
A third of the increase in inflation is due to car prices. Prices of cars are up 20%.
Amanda, what kind of car do you drive and what's your car payment?
I drive a 2021 Mercedes AMG GLB and my car payment is $810.
Loser. Of course she drives a Mercedes. Look at her. I drive a Mercedes. I'm not hating on Mercedes, okay? I have made the mistake of buying a BMW about 8 years ago. Worst decision I've ever made. Right, guys? Idiot. Whatever.
Oh my God. All right, Jackie, what kind of car do you drive and what's your car payment?
I drive a 2023 Audi Q5 and my payment's $570 a month.
Ooh. John, what kind of car do you drive and what's your car payment?
I have a 2022 Mercedes C-Class and my payment is $419 a month.
Ooh. Michelle, what?
I'm getting stressed out here. I didn't realize how normal this was. I guess I did, but I don't know what I'm going to title this. Like maybe Car Payment Epidemic, but I think epidemic has to do with the disease. But I guess if everyone's doing it, then it's a sickness within a whatever.
What kind of car do you drive and what's your car payment?
I have a 2012 Range Rover, a 1995 Range Rover, and I have no car payments because I bought them cash.
Ooh, he's got money.
See how she said he's got money? No, it's not that you don't have to be rich to be smart. And I'm not the smartest guy. Okay, I fucked up before. I'm just saying.
Menno, what kind of car do you drive and what is your car payment?
I drive a demo. And my car payment is $100 a month.
Ooh.
That's good.
Baron, what kind of car do you drive and what is your car payment?
I drive an Audi e-tron. My payment is $574.
Gabby, what car do you drive and what is your car payment?
I drive a 2019.
I don't understand. I guess it's just the new normal. I don't know, because I grew up in an era where you would just buy a car outright, you know, and I understand it's limited, but towards the end of the video, I'm going to show you, I did some hunting for some cars for around the 5,000-6,000 mark, and I found some that I can vouch for. But this one right here, like, look at this shit. Imagine asking $22,000 for a 10-plus-year-old Toyota. And, like, I know Toyotas and Hondas are reliable, but God. It's impeccable. Amazing.
$1,000? You cannot buy a used car for $1,000.
Imagine you rock up to the dealership with $1,000 cash and they're like, no, we need 20 times that to give you a car. 4 years ago, that might have got...
So that's in 2019. The used cars cost less than $20,000. Yeah.
Got you a car. Almost half of the cars were under $20,000. Now 12%. It'd be great to even be able to afford a RAV4.
So damn, only 12% of used cars are under 20 grand. You know what the worst part is I don't know if you guys remember this, but remember when they were doing that whole cash for cars, like buy your junk cars? That was like a big thing. I remember that was like a 7-year endeavor. You couldn't like turn the radio on without hearing that. I think what they were doing, hear me out, crazy conspiracy, they wanted to get rid of all those cheap cars. That's just my thought, now that I look back at it. Call me crazy.
And I have made videos about this. We need cheaper electric cars if we want more people to be able to afford them, but we just need cheaper cars in general right now, so that maybe is not everyone's priority. I understand. Because to get a car for $20,000, that's going to cost you $413 a month.
Plus, depending what state you're in, but here in Florida, I pay up front for 6 months, $190 a month for my Ford Fusion. $190 a month, no coverage. That's for me to have a little card that says I'm allowed to drive according to the law, and I am not covered whatsoever. So plus that.
So these finance rates are making the payments even worse than they used to be too. I have made a couple of videos about the cheapest electric cars you can get now.
So 3 years ago, I bought a Tesla.
Teslas, by the way, complete shit. I'll get into that in a minute.
And here's why I regret it. It's an awesome car, but it was over $60,000. My monthly payment is over $600, and that doesn't even include insurance. Why did I do this? 2 words: lifestyle inflation. At the time, I had just gotten a new job, and I thought, hey, I can afford a nicer car. I'm buying a Tesla. I should have bought a cheap, reliable car and invested $500 a month into an index fund, which would turn into over $300,000 over the next 30 years. If you want to learn more from my mistakes, smash that follow button, but do it gently.
Okay, so there's the charging ports right there for Tesla.
Right here.
And they're all full, so we have this beautiful line here of Teslas waiting to charge.
No.
That is priceless. Oh, it's double.
Holy shit. Dude, there's like 12 cars in line to charge. Now, I understand that could happen at the gas pump, but I don't know how long it takes to charge these. I don't know if you've ever been in a Tesla, but I've been in like a pretty nice Tesla, and I was kind of stoked. So like, I've never been in a Tesla. I get in there, and let me tell you, this shit was like a minimalist built this car. There's like nothing inside. It's literally like empty. There's no buttons anywhere. It's honestly pretty trippy, and everything feels like it's very cheap. It feels, the best way I could describe it, it feels half-ass, okay? It's like one butt cheek. Okay, I'm an ass man. It's literally like just one butt cheek. That's it. The outside of the car looks nice, but the inside, it's literally missing. I don't know. I don't really know how to explain it that well, but they're pieces of shit. That's all I'm gonna say. And I'm not buying this whole electric crap. I don't get it. It doesn't make sense to me.
Double road now. My gosh.
It doesn't make sense.
Double row of people waiting to charge. No thanks. I'll keep to my $5 a gallon gas.
Why is your car payment $1,300?
And I'm pretty sure this is a Tesla. I could be tripping, but this looks like from the one I was in. It looks like the same.
Because first of all, this vehicle was
$1,300.
$62,000. I did it for 60 months instead of 72, and I went 0 down. Just didn't want to put any money down because it doesn't make any sense to me.
I bought my
It doesn't make any sense. Like
dream car, and now I'm getting rid of it. Here she is. It's a Mercedes-AMG GT53. Why are you getting rid of it, Nick? Well, I'm glad you asked. Well, reason number 1, it's not as exciting as it once was, or as I thought it was going to be. Reason number 2, I can't afford it. Now let me explain what I mean by that. It's a $1,200 payment plus another $400 for insurance. I don't even really notice it, to be honest, coming out of my account. Not saying that to sound like a whatever, but I do okay, make a few $100,000 a year, don't really notice the payment.
Makes a few $100,000 a year, and you have to have a fucking payment on a Benz. Like, that's something I just don't understand. Like, if you're balling so hard, why can't you just buy out a car outright? I don't get it. Can you guys please tell me? Anyone in here? Please. This is driving me nuts. Real life situation. One of my best friends, you know who you are if you're watching this. Him and his fucking girlfriend, right? Oh, his wife. His wife makes spectacular money. He does pretty well. Okay? Together, they probably make close to $200,000 a year. Now, these two fucking jamokes, okay? I love them. They're great. They're amazing people. But these two just went in there. They went in my foreign. Sorry, that was terrible. But their payments are like $600 a month each. And they're like designer everything. And I love these people. I hope, don't get offended if you're watching this. But it just doesn't make any sense. It's like you're walking around with Gucci this and Louis that, but you can't even afford to buy your car outright. I don't understand. I just don't get it. Because everyone seems to be driving around in a Benz nowadays. And a fucking Hellcat Charger. And all these cars. And it's like, well, yeah. $700, $1,200 a month car payment. It literally makes no sense. Like, make it, please.
However, I have no property. My plan is to get a bunch of rental property and have that pay for things like this that have a monthly payment on it. Reason number 3, it's a little embarrassing. Recently, I was out with a client of mine, and he does very well, a lot better than me. And we kind of both know each other's numbers, and we got in my car, and I could tell like we were both feeling you shouldn't be driving this car.
If I watch.
It's funny because he said it's embarrassing and he's driving this boss daddy, car. But the truth is most people are too embarrassed to drive an old, like a hoopty, right? Which I drove hoopties basically my whole life. So, I had no shame in my game. I was pulling 10s in the hoopty. Maybe not 10s, like 6s, okay? It's besides the point. But most people nowadays are too embarrassed. They'd rather drown in this car. I think it's going to go back. It's still possible. I'm going to show you towards the end of the video. I found some cars, but like, come on, it literally makes no sense. I love it.
Something, I will buy it. Yes, I will. The moment I get something in my head, I will do it. Even if it means selling my house. Like, don't fuck with me.
New car. I don't care about having a car on note. I like my cars paid cash. Give me a hoopty any day, baby. I don't like repo.
And that's still so much cheaper and so much of a better life decision than having a car payment.
I used to have an old 1994 Pontiac, right, that I got for $100 from my godfather. And all I had to do was rip the catalytic converter out the muffler, and it cranked up. Sounded like a Harley, but it drove. But I remember driving down the road, the steering column would shift, right? And to start it, you'd have to take the steering wheel, crank it over about an inch to the left to get the wires together to start it up. And sometimes I'd be on the highway and it'd be like boom, boom, boom. It'd be big body, like shocks are just wow, wow, wow. Picture me rolling. And the car would cut out and I'd have to throw it up into neutral, right? Going like 70, throw it into neutral, pop it over with my knee. I'd be like this, pop the steering wheel, pop it back in the drive. And I rode that bitch out for like 2 years, man. I stacked a lot of money driving that thing. It got me around though, and whatever. But here's the one I found, just in case you thought I was just going to be in here talking bullshit. All right, 2008, if you guys are in the South Florida area in West Palm, Toyota Camry Hybrid, okay? Kind of a weird green color, but who gives a shit? $5,400, man. These cars still exist out here. Hold on, we got some more. And you guys know Toyotas are reliable. It's 2008 too. It's not bad. Like, I've driven all my cars to like 200,000 miles. All right, so this one's a Nissan. It's a Nissan Quest. It's $8,500. And now this is a van here. Okay, so it seems a bit steep for a used Nissan, but here's the deal. If you need it to, you can live in this motherfucker, bro. All right? Look, homeboy's sleeping. Been finding the weirdest live streams on TikTok. I'm about to do a whole video on that. But worst case scenario, you got somewhere to sleep in case, rent and the houses get too absurd. So this one, $7,500 for a Benz, that looks like a lot. That title looks very odd. Actually, forget that. Forget this listing. I don't trust it. I guess I didn't really read it. Now, this one I could vouch for, okay? I've known 3 people with this exact fucking car. One of them was an ex-girlfriend of mine. Phenomenal. It had like 250,000 miles on it. She did numbers. And easy to work on. Cheap to fix. Yeah, picture me rolling. No, it's a regular, but that's what people want. They want the Benz. They want the Beamer. And I totally get it. I understand. All right? I get it. Okay, you want to like what you're driving. But this is the car that I have. This is a 2015 SC. I have the 2017 SC. But my car right now, I'll go take a, oh man, I have to get a photo of that. I'm about to hit 200,000 miles. I'm like 400 miles away from 200,000 miles. And I got it when it was new. But this was back when you can get payments for $280 a month. And, your insurance was cheap. But I paid it off in 3 years. So I've owned it 7 years now. And almost 7 years. 6 years. It's been paid off for 3. But, look, I could vouch for this car. Never have any problems with it. Not, I don't want to jinx myself. I have no wood to knock on here. But Awesome car. This car is fucking phenomenal. Okay. I would buy another one. And for $6,000 for this, I don't know what the miles are on it, but I'm going to tell you right now, super reliable car. So I don't want to hear no, like, I'm actually getting a little upset with this whole, these payments. And, oh, this is cool. I just thought I'd offer you guys, just in case you are watching and you just so happen to need a car and you're like, I'm so scared, help. Dude, Craigslist is still a thing. You can go buy a car from a person like me. If I was selling a car, which I have, I've bought and sold a few cars in my life. But if I was selling a car for $5,000, you pull up and you're allowed to go test drive it. We can go around the neighborhood. You can go to the mechanic with it. You can haggle me. Okay? I've bought in cars from people. I pulled up with $5,000 cash. They wanted $6,000. Guess what? I got it for $5,000. So you can do this. Money talks. Like, don't just show up and be like, hey, like, could I sell you, dude? You take Apple Pay? Cash is king, bitch. Come on now. Okay, so this is car prices from August 2005. Got a 97 Integra, 5,600. That's pretty good. Nissan, another Nissan, 45 hundo, or best offer, so you could haggle. Okay, we got a Datsun 1980 for 2,800. And the problem is, a lot of these cars don't exist anymore. They've been junked. Another Nissan, a lot of Nissans, 5,900, pretty good deal. And these are all sports cars. Toyota Supra Turbo, 42 hundo. It's like, it's kind of sad. And let me see, 4,500 for another Mazda. But these are all like sportsy, you know, looking kind of pull up in the red leather, you know. But these kind of cars, a lot of these ones, they're going to be way more expensive now because they're probably fixed up. But, I mean, dude, you could still... This one was funny. We're gonna end on this. We'll read a few of you guys' comments if you're new here. I'd like to read your comments at the end of the video. This girl's stunting here. You ready for this one? When I put $2,500 down payment on my car, pay my insurance, my monthly payment, just paid another $4,000 towards it. Still have bands in the bank, everything I want, and I'm in college for sonography. Look at her, so excited about buying her fucking Nissan. All over a Nissan. Like, it's just funny that people think they're winning when they can't even afford their car. It's just, it's hilarious. And, that's my girlfriend. Arrogant bitch. Anyways, you guys leave your thoughts on what you would do. If I needed a car, man, I would just walk or ride a bike until I had, you know, $7-8 grand and buy something for 5 G's. And I get it. You're going to buy something. You might need a transmission. You know, something might go on it. So you might need an extra few G's saved up. But it's better than having a fucking... Oh, and this is the best one. They go, this is like how they justify it. I want something reliable. I don't want to have to take it to the shop. Okay, let's do some basic math real quick before we get into your comments here. Okay, the average car payment according to these videos, I'm going to call it $500 a month. Okay, times 12 months. All right, that's $6,000 a year. You mean to tell me $6,000? You mean to tell me that you're going to have $6,000 worth of car issues every year? Really? Guys, that's what you mean to tell me? Sorry, I'm getting so upset. I know I'm not actually talking directly to you. I'm like talking to a fake person right now. All right, so this guy goes, my Jeep is $450 a month, and I live in it out in California. I feel your pain. I actually lived in that Ford I was talking about for 3 months out in Cali. So I get it. I'm disabled. SSI only gives me $900 a month, which is a lot of these people's car payments. Wow. Holy shit. And people can't understand why I'm so pissy. Yeah, we know why. Because people are driving around in cars that cost more than the amount of money you live off a month. This guy goes, Clint, he says, wait till we get hyperinflation. And by the way, I don't have kids. Plus, I camp instead of paying rent. Gym membership, 4 showers, and working out. I mean, the more and more shit's getting like this, you know, you saw that Nissan minivan. You know, this is going to happen more and more and more. I've considered van life. I really have. If I didn't have my dad to take care of, I've considered selling my house that I inherited from my mother, and which isn't free. I've got a mortgage. Shit goes up every year. Property taxes are insane. I rent out my rooms, in case you're new here. I'm not balling, all right? I thought I was balling at one point. I'm not balling, okay? I'm just getting by, baby. And I'm having a great time. But I've considered van life. I really have. I mean, seriously, like, fuck it. All right, YZT says, yeah, Jack, I'm often comparing the cost of living and inflation and prices to decades ago. This is an older guy here. I bought my first automobile brand new, 1985 Ford F-150 truck for $8,000. Yeah, I think it's like a joke at this point. You can get like a used F-150 with like 30,000 miles on it for... It's like a brand new one is just insane nowadays. He goes, I remember when the price of McDonald's food, about 1975, my mom took me and my siblings to McDonald's. I remember the total bill came for 2 adults and 5 kids. So 7 people was $13. Yeah, that's like one meal now. That was when making $10 an hour was really good money. Back in the 1990s, I was paying for food for 2 adults and 2 kids. $100 per week covered the food bill. Today, living by myself is $100 per week for food. Yeah, anyways. Speaking of money, Lyle Bud, thanks for the two Bambinos here. Taco Truffles, a.k.a. JD, thanks for the $24.99 big ones from Taco here. Really appreciate you guys donating. You don't have to, okay? If you're struggling, don't feel like you have to donate, all right? You don't have to, but it does help. Thank you. I really do appreciate it a lot. And thank you. Yeah, my dad's doing okay. I'm looking to get him in a home. But yeah, I don't know. You guys leave your thoughts on everything. I just thought it was a bit bananas. I had to stop one of my friends recently from buying a car. I was like, dude, shut up. Your car's fine. Go get it fixed. I was like, dude, if you think you're struggling now, wait until you have a $400 an extra a month car note, baby. You don't want a repossession, let me tell you. You don't want that. You don't. All right, good talk, guys. You guys leave your thoughts. And if you got screwed in the ass or anything lately over your car, you know, just vent about it in the comments. God, that was fun.